50 Cent is dealing with his own legal issues, and it deals with a different movie. Nothing to do with Diddy, but it deals with that influencer and the Skillhouse and all that stuff. So let's get into it. 50 Cent may be enjoying the reception of Sean Combs' The Reckoning, but that doesn't mean things are all swell. In fact, he's been in the middle of a tense legal battle for the last several months. He's fighting back against the producers of Skillhouse, a low-budget horror satire flick starring Fifth and social media stars Bryce Hall and Hannah Stocking. It struggled at box office, barely cracking 100,000, but even worse is that the reception for the film, which hit theaters in July, was atrocious. One critic even went as far as to call it a giant pile of shit. Now compounding with all of that, 50 Cent is suing its producers, namely Ryan Kavanaugh, for at least $5 million. In particular, he wants damages for the brazen and unauthorized use of image rights. The businessman says in his 50-page filing that even though they didn't reach a deal for him to appear in it, he still filmed his scenes with hope that the paperwork would get done. That didn't happen. He hasn't been compensated, so now 50 is claiming that Kavanaugh and the rest of the Skillhouse team breached a settlement and still used his image and likeness without permission. Per the lawsuit, 50 alleges they put a 50 Cent movie and produced by 50 Cent on trailers and other promotions for it. On top of that, he alleges they also used bottles of his champagne brand, Le Chemin du Roi, to add more credibility to the project. Lastly, Kavanaugh and his elite team allegedly used 50's brand to launch their own streaming service, Gen TV, to compete with the New York natives with 50 Action. His is 50 Action, which is in partnership with Lionsgate. All of this, along with those poor reviews, 50 says really hurt his chances of getting more acting offers. Unfortunately, the G-Unit boss's attempts to secure a legal win against the makers of Skillhouse haven't gone well. Just weeks before it debuted on July 11th, he tried to block its release in federal court, and that didn't work out, obviously. Yeah, I mean, does he have somewhat of a case? I guess. I mean, if they didn't sign any paperwork that 50's going to be in it, then yeah, there can be a lawsuit and all that stuff. And yeah, we'll see what happens moving forward. But yeah, there's been projects that 50's done in the TV world that haven't gone well at all. I mean, the first, and I actually want to highlight 50's career in the TV world because it just goes to show how determined he was to succeed in that world, which is, hats off to him because he started out rough. I mean, he started with his first TV show. It was called The Money and the Power on MTV. That shit flopped. It flopped horribly. I think the first 2 episodes, it was like on primetime MTV, and the views were so bad that they actually pushed it to like a very, very late time. I remember I had cable at this time, and I wanted to watch it. And I had school the next morning, but the shit would come on at like 12 or 1 at night, basically when nobody's awake. That's when they pushed it, and they just released the final episodes or whatever, the last like 8 episodes of the show, and never got renewed. It flopped badly. Let's just say that. So 50 had a bad start in the TV world trying to produce TV. And then, he started to find his niche and then got power, success. But that happens in any field, Not everything that you do is going to succeed. But yeah, he's determined, and this is another just flopped project that 50 didn't promote properly and didn't, get compensated properly. But we'll see what happens moving forward on if 50 has a case or not.